Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to look at insertion sort. So it's one of those big O of n squared sorting algorithms like bubble sort and selection sort and whatnot, but it's a little bit more optimized than them. So we're going to look at how it works. It's pretty intuitive. It's one of the more intuitive algorithms out there. And when we go to whiteboard, we're going to see briefly how it works. Then we're going to come back to this compiler and we're going to code it up. So let's come here. Now we have these sets of elements and we're going to have two loops. Let's call it the I loop and let's call the first loop as I loop. And we're going to denote it by this and with blue color. And then we're going to have another loop, which is we're going to call it the J loop. And it's going to be declaring itself from one less than the ith element. The ith index, which is going to be 0 in this case. So it's going to be always traversing to the left side of the array. So it's going to traverse until it hits 0, right? And it's going to compare every single element that it comes across. So first we set a key. So what is going to be our key, right? So it's going to be the ith element. So let's have our key, and for now we have the key set as 3. Now J at the loop is going to start traversing, and it's going to start from 5. It's going to declare itself from I minus 1. It's going to start from 5. Now it's going to check 5 if 5 is actually greater than the key element or not, which is 3 in this case. If it is, it's going to put this element in here, right? So it's going to put the jth element to j plus 1 index. So we're going to see what it does. So this 5 will come here. It's going to be 5, 1, 6, and 7. You might be wondering what happened to 3. Don't worry about it. We have 3 stored in outside. Like we'll have it in another scope, so it's actually stored and it's safe. And then after the J is done traversing, what we're gonna do is, so right now it's gonna be a space. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this key element. We're gonna take it out, and we're gonna put this key element. When it's done traversing, we're gonna put it into the jth position. So now key is sitting at the jth position here, right? So right now we're gonna increment the ith counter. So I will come, so now I will come to here, right? Come to here, this is I, and J will come to here, and basically 5 is greater than 1, so 5 is gonna be at J plus 1 position. And it's gonna stay empty for now. 3. And now J is gonna come to 3, 2, and 3 is also greater than the key element. So J is gonna put, now this is gonna be put here. Sorry, not there. This is gonna be put in here, right? The J plus 1 index again. So it's gonna be like 3, 5, 6, and 7. And then we have this space as free, and J is also has also done traversing the whole array, right? So now we're going to put the key element in here. So the key element is 1, so it's going to just sit here. So now you can see that the pattern, and it's going to do the same for 6 and 7, but you know, it's already sorted. And okay, let's say it comes to 6. And J is going to start traversing from 5, and it's not going to find any element that is going to be greater than 6, so nothing will happen, right? Same goes for 7, so we have our beautifully sorted array back. So that's how insertion sort works under the hood. Now we're going to go to our compiler and actually code it up. So it's going to be pretty simple, and let's have it has 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have an array to keep it simple. And let's code the function up, and let's call it static void sort. It's gonna have an array of integers as argument, and then we're gonna initialize 2 things, the J and the I, out of scope. So we're gonna have to have the key out of scope, right? So it doesn't get replaced or it doesn't get eaten up, because we're gonna put. You're gonna see why we do this. The key. We're gonna initialize this. We're not going to declare it yet, and then we're going to have the J 2. So we're going to have the outer loop, which is going to be the I loop, as we talked. It's going to start from we're going to start from the first index because like 0 is already going to be sorted. By the way, it's not going to work if we have only one element, and if you have only one element, why bother sorting it anyways, right? So a.length is gonna traverse the whole array, and then we're gonna declare j, which is gonna be declared as 1 minus I, remember? And we're also gonna declare key as the ith element, right? So let's put the equals to sign. So now both of them are declared. Now we're gonna have the jth loop. So while j is greater than or equals to 0, so remember it goes to the left hand side of the array, right? To the leftmost part. So it goes until 0. It's not a for loop, so we're gonna check for a condition. So it's gonna check for a condition. It's gonna be as long as array.j is actually greater than key element, we're gonna perform some stuff, right? So we're gonna perform some stuff, and it's gonna be, we're gonna put the jth element to like j plus 1 index, right? So array.j plus 1 will have the array.j value, right? And then we're gonna keep on decrementing the j value. We can do it like j minus minus in here, but I like to do it in here because it's less line of codes anyway. So yeah, then what we do at the end when it's done traversing, the j is done traversing the array, what we do, we put the key element to the jth position. So array.j equals key. But by the way, but this is not gonna work. This is gonna give us an error because remember we do j minus minus. So it's gonna decrement the j. So to put the j back to its position, we're gonna have to increment it, right? So we're gonna just do j plus 1, or we can just do plus plus j. It's more elegant. And so that's basically it for insertion sort, and let's check if it works or not. So let's call the function sort. Now let's pass on the array. Let's try to print it. And I'm gonna use the method given us by Java to print, and let's run it. And it is sorted. Now let's check it for some weird items, like some duplicate items, 0, negative, and whatnot, and let's see if it actually passes through all those tests, and it does them perfectly. So that was insertion sort for you guys, and if you liked this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment down, and share this with your friends. Have a great day, and thanks for watching my video.